So we're going to go over something new called parametric equations. It's just a different system of equations that you can actually graph. So it's going to introduce a new variable called t. T is going to stand for time. So t is used to find when an object was at a given point on the path. So there's some terms that you need to know. So what is a parametric equation? So there are both x and y equations as functions of t. So an example is you'll have an x equals 3t plus 5, and you have a y equals equation that also has t in it, 5t minus 7. So it's a systems of equations that you're going to graph together. It's different from rectangular because rectangular is what you're used to seeing. So an equation can be 2x minus 5y equals 9. Because there's no t values in there and it's not set up as two separate equations, it's going to be rectangular. The next vocabulary is what a plane curve is. So both types of equations have to be continuous and they're functions of the time. So that means you have this particle that's moving along a certain curve. So that pathway is called the plane curve. So the curve consists of a coordinate point, your f of t and your g of t. So that means x is going to be your f of t. So that means you plug in t into your equation to get your x coordinate. And then your y is going to be your g of t, meaning you plug in t into your g equation to get your y coordinate. So an example of a plane curve is going to be x equals t squared, and you also have y equals t. So we're going to just choose different values of t, plug it into your x and your y, and then get your xy coordinate. So I'm just going to choose -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So if we plug in -2 into our x equation, you get x equals -2 squared, which is 4. And then plug -2 into our y equation, and you get y equals -2. So the coordinate point that we're going to graph is for -2 when your t is -2. So we're just going to fill in the table, plugging in -1. So that coordinate point is 1, -1. Plugging in 0, the point is 0, 0. And plugging in 1, point is 1, 1. And then plugging in +2, you get 4 and 2. So we're going to just plot those on our graph here. So you have 4, -2, 1, -1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 4, 2. So what's different when we actually connect the points is that you have to go in order. So I'm just going to draw it first. And then we're going to use arrows to show the direction that the particle is moving. Okay. So we're going to say that our curve begins at the point 4, -2 at t equals -2. And the curve ends at 4, +2 at t equals +2. Now, usually time isn't negative, but I chose a negatives there so that you could see what the entire curve looks like. If we were to graph it on our calculator, it's only going to go from time 0 until +2. So it's only going to show this top half of your graph.